we are here for a brand new run. We're going to do something I said I would never do again, and that is melee run number 2. First of all, if you're wondering, like, what is going on with his hair? Well, I was going to cosplay as Sonic the Hedgehog. They were out of blue. But also, because of the charity event, for those of you in the chat that don't know, exclamation hair. But we raised in 4 hours, thanks to you guys, over $18,000 for Doctors Without Borders. So I had to do some things like chop off my hair, get a mohawk, dye it, and soon I'm gonna have to do a drag stream. So I said I would never do a melee run before. I did a melee run back during 1.2. This is before ideology. It was before biotech. It's still the hardest run I've ever done, bar none. Harder than no kill box, harder than no walls. The original melee run was still the hardest run so far that I've ever done. This melee run will not be as hard, but it's going to be fun, I believe. And the whole purpose of this melee run is not like balls to the wall crazy challenge. It's a kind of themed run, and it's to see how stupidly strong we can get melee to a certain point. You're going to be able to download all the stuff for yourself, but if you want to play along with this, you can set it up as is. But you can go to my website as well. So adamversuseverything.com/downloads, or just go to adamversuseverything.com. I got some blueprints on there. I've already got some other Xenotypes and stuff you can download. You'll be able to download the custom scenario, the ideology, the custom Xenotype, all that kind of stuff, get the seed, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we are min-maxing genetics and seeing how strong it can be. However, we are going to only start with one pawn. We are doing a playthrough I've never went all the way through. We are doing a playthrough of the Rich Explorer. Rich Explorer, I think, is probably the least used, I think, as far as I've noticed out in the world. So we're going to do that, but we're going to do an edited one where we don't have a charge rifle. Instead, we have a longsword. The only other change is our starting pawn is going to be a melee god. Our starting pawn is going to be tough nimble. We'll see how it goes. We're not going to get Sleepy Randy because I'm going to go with Cassandra. We just did a Randy playthrough where he didn't attack us for the first time for almost 40 days. And then he went to sleep a few other times. So we are going to play against Cassandra because this will ensure that we're going to get attacked very often, like on a schedule, basically. So Cassandra, no pause as always. So the game will never pause, not even during trade menus. Commitment mode. We're going to set this to losing is fun, the hardest difficulty. Then we're going to bump raid threat to 500%. What does that mean? It means raids are going to scale faster. They're going to get bigger, quicker. Everything else we are going to leave as defaults. If you want to play on the same world seed, melee, everything the same aside from max population. Why max population? We're going to need to trade a lot. So, okay, I am going to do 275, so a medium-sized map. This looks like a pretty good area. So we want a lot of Empire trade around so we can get mono swords and Zeus hammers and things like that. And just some other trade too, because we're going to need drugs. We're going to need them really soon. Let's just go close to the road. This actually puts us in between like a bunch of settlements. This is good. This is good. All right, so why marble? So marble I want for the extra beauty. I would kind of want marble and sandstone, or marble and if I'm min-maxing, marble and sandstone is the fastest building. Granite is the highest HP. But we'll just go marble and limestone. That's fine. That's fine. All right. There's acidic smog every 115 days. Oh, well. All right. We're going to do fluid ideology. So we're starting with supremacist. And I'll just go through this really quick. We are going to have slaves in this run. I haven't done a run in a long time where I use slave, but it's going to be one of the themes of the run. I'll explain that in a minute. You can see all this kind of stuff. This is a pretty min-max one because that's the purpose of this run. We're just going to do high wealth melee only with a little bit of twist. So as you can see, pretty standard for min-max stuff. We're going to start out with joint events, although we might change those ones. And then we like melee, we hate ranged. And I'm just putting 2 of these because we're going to reform anyway. These were the names that it just gave. We put those as persona weapons. The reason why is if the relics take a while to get, but if we can get them, they're always going to be legendary. So we can just reform with fluid and just get legendary persona weapons over time if we want. All right, so the slave thing. Our first pawn is going to be a melee god. He's going to be incredibly strong. But we didn't do the archite genes because I didn't want to go completely overboard. However, we did one archite. The archite gene that we took allows him to transplant his genes into another pawn, but he can only do it every 2 years. So every pawn that isn't a melee god genetic pawn has to be a slave. We can't have other colonists. And then every 2 years, we can double our population of main melee god colonists by spreading our genes. So we have to find a good pawn, and we'll enslave the rest and give them the genes. We can also collect genes as we go, and then we can maybe eventually get to the point where we can just make everyone into those pawns. So that's going to be the pressure point. One guy with some slaves until we figure out which ones we're going to give the melee kiss to. It was the blood kiss with a single face. We didn't decide whether or not we are going to make it so slaves are not allowed to fight. Slaves are just for working. I think I'm going to do that to begin with. If it is too hard or too silly or too slow, we'll lighten up on it. From the beginning, slaves can only use their fists and work. That's pretty much it. All right, we are going to go with our custom gene type. Let me show you this thing. So this is what we're going with. I'm not going to go over everything in great detail, but here's the gene implanter. This allows us to implant genes once every 2 years with a pawn that has the melee god genes. We have super immunity. We have fast wound healing, super clotting. Those are going to be excellent for melee. Psychically deaf, we're not going to use Psycasting, at least in this first attempt. Very fast running, unhappy. Our people are going to have a -5. Cold weakness, heat weakness. We are immune to toxic air with the antitoxic lungs. Intense UV sensitivity, slower and unhappier outdoors. Fire resistant, strong melee damage. We are kind to each other. Low sleep, robust. Reduced pain, high libido, but sterile. Very unattractive. Red eyes, heavy jaw, mini horns, Hulk body, green skin, nearsighted. So we have bad accuracy, shouldn't matter. Major cell instability, lots of cancer, and low lifespan. Elongated fingers for manipulation. Pollution, we fight better in pollution. Unstoppable, awful shooting, great melee, awful animals, awful arts. And here's the big one. Go juice dependent and psychic dependency, Psychite. So with Psychite, we can actually do Psychite T, not a big deal. We can get to Psychite really quick. Go juice dependency. We have to get to go juice before we start. We will die without it. We will die without it. So if you want more details on these, like I said, you'll be able to download this on my website. Look at that. Look at that beautiful specimen. To make the re-rolling faster, I'm going to go in and use Random Plus. Random Plus is a mod that you can put in what you would like to roll to. And if it is a possible pawn to roll, it will roll to it for you. We want to do like 4 construction, 4 social. And you know what? That's it. The rest, we'll let the slaves do. So we're going to roll until we have no pain and incapable. Don't want incapable of anything. We also don't want to have a child. And let's see if that rolls something. Great memory. Toughness. What the crap? Screw it, man. I'm not rolling anymore. That's good. That's good. I cannot get better than this. Okay, we're doing something else here. Usually when I do a single pawn start, I typically name it after myself and go from there. All right, the first pawn, Christopher. Here you go, Christopher. You are a 19-year-old woman with a hulking body. We're all set. This should be very interesting. No guns, obviously, no grenades, no throwing weapons, no turrets, no mortars, no Psycasting. We are allowed to use melee. We're allowed to use allies. We're allowed to use animals, and we're allowed to use traps. That's it. That is it. Hey, no pause. No pause. Sorry, pause. This should be a lot of fun. Is melee a wall? I said I'd never do melee only again, but here we are. Here we are. All right, we're gonna go into orders. We're gonna right click on allow and unforbid everything. We're gonna turn on repair, turn off home zone in the bottom right down there, and let's see what we got going on. No, look how good of an animatree that is. We're not doing Psycasting. What? This is just a random map. Animatree centrally located near Steam Geyser with rich soil all around it. Why? Why this one? Of course. Get your sword. Let's go ahead and just set a couple things at shop. All right, we actually got some food for a while, so we don't have to be as crazy about like let's plant food right away. But we're going to anyway. So our base, I guess, will be in this area still. Start here though. I hate that that's all marshy. Marshy. All right, we'll start here. Okay, let's get some rice down. Probably should have had them get a little bit higher planting, but you know, that's a problem for future us. Actually, it's a problem for us right now. Okay, we're gonna switch this over to rice for some really quick growing. Christopher, plants it 1. We have an ancient danger right there. And ooh, we rolled 2 ancient dangers. Very nice. We'll be going into those earlier than normal to hopefully get some good melee weapons. So yeah, I guess we'll start with a little shack here. So let's get our 13 by 13 set up as usual. I can build walls again. It's so weird. Okay, and another thing we need to do is we need to set up drug rules right away. So we're gonna go into drug policies. We're gonna do new policy and a different one for the melee gods. We're gonna have them hold go juice Old T. Take for addictions. We're also going to schedule goat juice once every 5 days, because that's when our genes are going to kick in. We'll start getting unhappy. Same thing here for now. Let's go ahead and get our little abode done here. You know what? We're going to get this switched over to stone relatively soon. So I'm going to make it a little smaller to start with. And then we can just do the outside. That should do. That should do. What did my wealth start at? Good question. Let's take a look. We started at 11,000 wealth as Rich Explorer. I think we're going to expand up into here eventually. But that's going to be a while, right? So that will give us an initial base layout. And then I want to get some of this rich soil. There's actually a lot of rich soil around, but it's got these big friggin' marshes right in the middle of it. All right. Well, they got a bed on the first night. So schedule, we're going to leave as is for now. Let's go into recreation and we'll throw down a horseshoe pin in here. For research, we need to get to Psychoid brewing and go juice production relatively quickly. All right, let's go ahead and set this up as the home zone. Okay, let's get these out of here. These are actually considered ugly if they're indoors. Not ugly outdoors anymore though, so that's nice. All right, day one, we have a little hut done. Walls feels kind of wrong, I know. So we're gonna want to get the ritual going really quickly, which shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna hope for a slave that can plant. We're gonna have steel outside. I don't want that inside. And this stockpile is gonna be for things like steel, plasteel. None of that will deteriorate outdoors. It doesn't have HP in that form, so and we'll do stone blocks out there. Why not silver outside? I don't want thieves to steal it. Yeah, and we're gonna need that silver to buy drugs because we can't make our own yet. We'll literally die without drugs. So now we're gonna do this ritual. Whoa, that's what the Sky Lantern event looks like for these. I don't think I've ever done it with a with this faction. Oh, there's a visitor. Hang on. Oh, oh, we might have found our first slave visitor. We'll see what happens with this, and then we'll go from there. Wanderer joins. All right, Vulture. If Truman's not good at planting or something, Truman, you're an 11-year-old child. All right, Christopher, you know what to do. It's a drug mule. Oh, no. All right, we're hostile with those guys now. Excellent. And so it begins. All right, child. What are we going to do with you? I don't even know. What can we even do with you? I don't want you. We don't want them to see you die. So can you drop off those pack of survival meals? And, I don't know. Let's go on a little trip. Let's go on a trip there, little Timmy. It's not murder if I send them off, right? They're not even really a good mule. Let's go anger some more tribals. Hang on. Oh, don't worry. All the tribals already hate us, so. Goodbye. Welcome to the melee run. Goodbye. Good luck. Time for your first raid, Timmy. They grow up so fast. Okay, we need to get some things set up for them here. And we need to get research going, actually. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and put research down. All right, our first slave. Do we want to convert them first? I probably should have. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that really quick. Prisoner, convert. There we go. The advantage of having someone enslaved versus recruiting, it's a theme of the run. The only advantage is you don't care when they die and they're worth 70% value instead of 100%. But in this run, it's just part of the run. Don't require recreation, have higher mood, and slightly lower work speed. Yeah, but they can revolt, basically. So, all right, child. What do we got here? All right, you got this. If Sacrifichild survives, they become the next melee god. I think they got it. It's just one child against 14 raiders. Get him. They lost. All right. It was a close one, though. It was this close. Almost had him. Two of them were pretty heavily damaged. So they did not die. They're just lost, which is kind of that's what I wanted. I didn't want them to. I didn't want a child death, you know. Colonist lost -6 for 6 days. Very unpredictable outcome. No one knew that was coming. All right, we're gonna have to stagger these festivals. Stagger them, yeah. So what we're gonna do is, you see how we have the +6 mood for 4.5 more days. In 4.5 more days, that's when we're gonna do the next festival. Oh, I added a new mod. So now it shows us the raid points and the breakdown. So here's our first raid. It is 40 raid points. It is a pirate with a gun already. So now when a raid comes, we'll be able to see exactly how many raid points. So the first raid here is 40 because that's just the initial Cassandra raid. Delicate Wimp, which is outdoing tough there. A genie. Genies make incredible crafters. We'll see. We'll see. If they survive, we'll probably tend to them and go from there. We could drop the sword so as not to kill them as quickly because they are a wimp. All right, we'll do that. All right, we're going to put down the sword and then we're going to bum rush them when they come around a corner. All right, kerpitch. I think that's the sound it's going to make when we punch them. Pitch. Maybe not. It sounds like Adam's never punched anyone. Oh. Okay, stop. We need to set up defaults. So go into health. This is not a mod. Click on defaults, and we're going to click on medical care, but no medicine, so we don't waste medicine on things like this. And the ones that are already on the map, we're going to have to just change them. But yeah, don't want to waste that. Another thing that's not a mod that I want to set up is I want to go into quests and go to reward preferences. I'm going to turn off goodwill with everyone right now because right now I want our quest rewards to be monetary. I don't care about goodwill quite yet. We'll worry about that at a later time. For now, I'm just going to want the quest to give us goodies. So why did I pick kind as a gene? Because if all of our pawns are kind, they won't social fight each other. And with extra melee stats and everything, social fighting can be deadly. All right, we are going to need more food. So let's go ahead and just plant in these areas here. If we overplant, we can trade it off. Are melee gods walls? The answer is yes, actually. This is the wall DLC, yeah. All right, structure. We're going to go ahead and get moved over into stone walls. Why no corners? Corners don't really do anything. Corners don't, in RimWorld, they don't really do anything unless you're doing corner punch shenanigans. Otherwise, just extra materials and extra work for no reason. There is a reason. It looks better for no reason at all. Never. Conversion. This one already converted. What good can they do? They can cook. They can cook as a slave. Best and worst real life lessons from RimWorld. The best lesson from RimWorld is if you're unhappy, try to do some more recreation and make sure you get enough sleep. Helps a lot. Sleep and recreation help with mood a lot. Worst real life lesson from RimWorld is if there's a problem, just ignore it and wait for someone else to come take care of it. Or the best and worst advice from RimWorld, best and worst in one quick blip, do drugs. The worst is drugs are good. That's not true. Hey, Deverson, let me ask you something. Deverson, when was the last time you had some caffeine? Have you had any caffeine today? Have any coffee, some tea, soda, maybe? That's different. That's not a drug. Yes, it is. Stay in drugs, don't do school. Those friggin' drug addicts, they need their fix. Man, love this coffee. I could not live without this caffeine hit every day. Friggin' drug addicts. No, I know you're not doing that, but it's always funny. Yeah. Everything in moderation. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about making them into the second melee god. They are tough, right? So I think I might. We'd have to replace their lungs. We could take a lung from Vulture. We need Vulture for planting, though. We can eventually get a lung for them. All right, I think I'm going to do that. I don't know that we're going to find a better... I mean, they're tough, right? Tough, fast learner, amazing. Good melee already. Good crafting, which we'll need. And research. I think so. The sooner we start the duplication process, the better, yeah. It's going to immediately make raids much bigger. I'll see if there is a decent melee weapon here. Steel knife is actually not too bad. Breach axe is actually really good for the stun lock. They have another longsword. Let's just buy the longsword for now. All right, here we go. We won't be able to do another one of these for 2 years. Hopefully I don't screw this one up. Let's hope so, or else we're just throwing these away. I guess we can set to recruit first, just in case. Going to try out streaming in non-tech tips for a newbie. I can only tell you what worked for me, right? I would say that the most important thing quality-wise is is audio. If you have really staticky or bad audio, like try to fix that one first if you're looking for upgrades. You don't have to worry about camera right away. The other things I would say is if you're doing it for more than just a hobby, if you're wanting to try to build somewhere, I would say set up a schedule and stick to the schedule. You can do more. You can do more than what your schedule is. But when I got started, it was like, all right, I'm streaming at 9 p.m. every day. And people know, like, all right, it's 9 p.m. Adam's going to be online every day. And so you don't have to do it that aggressively, but as long as you're doing, like, you know, people form a habit around it. Another one, and again, it could be different from you. For me, it was trying to make sure I'm filling dead air. So even when I don't have a viewer, from the very beginning, I turned viewer count off. Have the viewer count off, and I just pretended like there was 100 people there all along. So I would just explain what I was doing. I would tell people what I was doing. But yeah, for me, it was consistency, making sure I'm always talking, and trying to improve the quality of sound than video. All right, so we are going to have to start cooking here. So we're going to do cooked simple meal. We're going to do until we have X. We have 3 pawns eating 2 times a day. So that's 6 meals a day. Let's just do 12. And then we'll pause until we're at 6. For this starting one, we are going to use meat and animal products only because we want to use things that are going to rot outside of refrigeration. And we don't want to need refrigeration. And then if we don't have any of that left, then we can switch over to vegetarian. And that should be good. Now, it is going to drop where we're standing, so we also want to put a stockpile zone where it can drop. And we're just going to put that down to low, and we're going to turn on meals. All right, Vulture is converted, so Vulture is going to be enslaved. They're going to be our grower, so they can actually start growing some drugs, because we're gonna start withering away in 20 days without drugs. Okay, resistance 19.5. It's going to take a little bit of time there. Mad Ibex. Screw it. We fight them. Oh, we destroyed that thing. Production. We'll throw a butcher table out here. Okay, we're going to set this to butcher creature. Do forever. Butcher all creatures. And drop on the floor. There we go. 47. Raid point raid. It is 1 melee Itakeen. Took your kids out of school so they can learn from me full time. Excellent. They'll be the best rimmers in your county. Maybe. Oish. Oish has been beheaded. His missing head caused him to die. Yeah, that'll do that. Yeah. What killed him? He was missing a head. What do you mean he was missing a head? He was missing a head. Wash down the murder with a nice go juice. A nice refreshing go juice. There we go. There we go, Vulture. This is your life now. I would say enjoy it, but I really don't care. All right, let's set up some zones now. Inside the walls, work area. Don't know that we'll have animals. We'll go ahead and put that. All right, so inside, you guessed it. It's going to be inside. Walls, eventually, it's going to be here. And the work area. The work area is going to be close to home right now. We don't want them going any further than this. And we'll go ahead and set them all. Work area. Good enough for now. Okay, and then we're gonna get a drug zone. Why is the drug zone so much larger? We need a lot of drugs. Money. Drugs. Yeah, drugs is gonna be a big problem. We have the money to go buy, but the thing is, we're gonna have to buy go juice. Like, it's gonna be quite a while before we can do go juice production on our own. We might die to lack of drugs and have to redo the beginning. All right, we're going to do one of these rituals in the hopes that we get a slave that deals with animals. Hey! Arrest them. Switch that back to colonist. All right, we need to enslave him quickly. All right, they're enslaved too. Oh, right, I need to name the slaves. We're going to do that this time. So our first slave is Vig. All right, and the next one, Jid. Ambrosia. So there's a trick with Ambrosia we're going to do. So if you have Ambrosia, you can throw down a growing zone, and then you can turn off sowing. So what this is going to do is they're not going to plant anything here, but when the Ambrosia gets to 100%, they'll just come harvest it automatically. We're just about overdosed. Oh my god, that's right. Cause flake and go juice together. So we got 2 go juice remaining. Just a minor drug overdose. It's because of flake and go juice combined, yeah. We got 1 quadrum left, basically, before things start hitting the fan. 15 days. Oh, my God. If that one doesn't have it, we're like multiple days to either of those. We might end up having to abandon the base to try to find drugs and then coming back. Gotta get my fix. If I leave the slaves, the problem is they won't get any suppression. All right, as soon as this is all cooked, hit the road, hope for the best. It's daytime, let's go. All right. Gotta just hope for go juice. Hope for go juice. If not, we have to make a decision. Do we hit the road and go further to try to get to the other purple settlement before we die, or do we make this guy into a melee god and hope we get research done in time? We have left this undefended. If enemies come, they'll just burn it down and we'll have to rebuild, but we're gonna die anyway. Thought you had to keep someone at the base? No, you do not. Here we go. No. I do have some flake though, so we'll buy some of that. Okay, how long is the trip to the other purple base? This one would be 1.3 days from here. Let's go back home and we'll test the ancient danger. If that doesn't work, we have to beeline to that purple base up there. Why can't I trade the White Castle thing? Because you have to have a knight or a dame to trade with the Empire. We don't have any royals at all yet, so. I want to do it this way. I don't know. Really just depends what's inside, right? If it's just a single mech or if it's like a couple bugs, we take care of that no problem, but I should do it. Yeah, it's going to take up time though. We don't have a lot of time. All goods. Oh yeah, they don't sell it, but they might sell Nutrimine. They sell Nutrimine, so I don't think we can get to Go Juice production in that amount of time though. Oh man, we could try, yeah, we could try pulling the Ancient Danger to the traders. I still would like to get this just in case it doesn't work out that way. Oh yeah. Forgot. Can't do it that way anymore. You have to do the... Oh my god, it is what I feared. Oh, that one shot. All right, run. Oh no. All right, well, let's see if that plan works. Unfortunately, the friggin' centipede went first. Lancer's still injured though. All right, you got this. Look, be like Bernard. Get behind cover. Is a bush a cover? Well, kinda. But these heavy blasters can go right through it. Oh, he just got headshot by his friend. I'm gonna call him Schoolman. Adam, that's not even what that looks like. Schoolman. Schoolman just shot right in the back of the head. This centipede is doing some serious work. There's a bush, a wall. All right, we got Cock over here. That's what I'm going with. Cock behind a tree. Corvo behind a tree. They're doing all right. All right, good job. Good job, guys. I am noticing something here, unfortunately. There's no caskets in this. It is rare to have an Ancient Danger with no caskets. We got a mega screen TV. We might be dying of not having drugs, but we got a mega screen TV, and that's what's important. We do have another Ancient Danger on this map. Unfortunately, I hate to use this right now. I'm just going to do it to get through this. Hey, this isn't my first drug-addicted colony. Doors, we're going to die without beer, you know? Oh, God, Manhunter. 333 raid points already. 5 Cobras. I don't have time to stay in, so... do it. All right. Oh no, it got hit. Oh. All right, so we have one more ancient danger we can check. If it doesn't have any in it, we're gonna have to hit the road. We're gonna have to hit the road. Hope for loose Ferium. I don't want to lose Ferium. That would be another drug I'd have to go keep track of. Looking for go juice. Go juice. Oh, there's the visitors here. Let's go pop it. No way. What? Come on, man. What is this? Why? How is it empty? Someone else said that they had it bugged where they were empty also. Ah, it's not empty. There they are. Okay. Not empty. Not empty. Not empty. The game baited me. So Jid, we only needed you to get the animals. I am so sorry, Jid. I'm so sorry, but it's for the greater good, okay? Like, wait, what's for the greater good? It's for the greater good, Jid. It's for the greater good. Gotta believe me. Gotta believe me, it's for the greater good. An awful monosword. Ouch. Kill happy though. Let's see. What's the damage on it still? Yeah, I don't know what the damage on awful ones are. 12.83 with kill happy, which is nice. 12.83. 25.87. Half of our DPS. I don't have it equipped though. The melee gene doesn't show you, or I mean, excuse me, melee gene actually alters the DPS on them. So I wouldn't know unless I picked it up. The thing is, you can only have one persona weapon equipped. So, or I mean, bonded. So if I equip it and it's worse, then I have to destroy it before I get a new one, but maybe not a big deal. We have one go juice left. So we're gonna go into drug policy. We select the melee god one, and we're gonna put this out 20 days, 15 days. This is really risky. Adam, why do you ruin things? I am not that Adam.
Welcome back.
People will come in and ask me that sometimes. Hey, did you get your name from Adam Ruins Everything? No, I made this account before his thing existed. Are you sure? He went to Harvard and he wrote a column called Adam Ruins. I know. Before that. Oh no, Christopher has food poisoning. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Christopher, stay nearby. I have our first breakdown. A daze. Crap. Should play better. Uh-oh. I think I can see something that's about to happen. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, the buck just happened. Oh, nope. Oh, no. All right. I would have bet money that that was going to attack. Yeah. All right, you're recovering now. I mean, you're still having a breakdown, but... Oh, no! No, no, no! Christopher, no! Sacrifice the slaves! What is it? What is it? Oh, my God! Christopher, this run might be over, man. Uh-oh. Sacrifice the slaves. Wait, wait, wait. I need you for food. Jid. Christopher, get over your breakdown. No. All right, Christopher. He's like friggin' Neo. Only instead of dodging bullets, he's dodging guinea pigs. But he's got food poisoning. Vig is back. Come on, Vig. Yeah. Oh, Vig is down. What's your conscious at? Oh, he's at like a sliver. Yeah. Look at how much health you have left. Oh my God. That was about as close as it could be.